So these are the new bearings we're going to install into the motor. Just make sure that the markings are facing out of the motor, basically facing you. So you're going to put that on your tool like this. So the facing marking, facing the tool. And then you're going to go in here and you're going to tap them in. Thanks, sir. And there's your bearing in there. That's one, and we're going to put the other one in. So there's your marking. Put it on there. And you're going to go in here, line it up, and tap her in there again. You want light?
Sure. All right.
After you got your bearings in, what you want to do is maybe add some assembly lube, or at least get some motor oil in there. I know it's not a new build because we're putting the old cams back in because he just wanted a service. So I'm just going to put some oil onto the bearings, just make sure they're lubed up. And then I'm going to get the cam plate, and I'm going to put some assembly lube onto the cam plate in 1 second. I'll show you how we're going to do that. And so once you get your cam plate back and you put your new tensioner in there, I always like to put a little bit of assembly lube back in there, squeeze it in there. Put that back in there. Plate, I like to put a little blue Loctite just on the tips of them. I do it all like this, real easy. A little shot of them on all of them, and then we'll start putting them in. There's a torque for these, but I've been doing it for a million years. So okay, so all the 6 bolts that are holding the cam plate on have been torqued down. You can do any between 90 and 120 inch-pounds. I usually do it around 120 inch-pounds. And then the 4 bolts that hold the oil pump in, what I do is I put them in loosely, and I have Eric turn the tire so just to relocate the oil pump, make sure it's not binding, and then I'll tighten them the rest of the way to the same torque at 120 inch-pounds. So I just push the chain and the gears back on. You got to remember to put your spacer washer in the back here. So you put your washer on first, and then your sprocket. Make sure that these 2 dots are aligned, pretty straightforward, and then you're going to torque the crank bolt down to 24 foot-pounds and the cam bolt down to 34 foot-pounds. And then we'll put the tensioner back on, and that'll be it. We can buckle her up.